Coach Mullins, this is your second year with Dunbar. I know you guys had quite a bit of turnover after last season. What's the process been like going into the second season? I know you arrived late in June, year one. How's this been different this offseason than last offseason?
Well, the great thing is I've been able to be here, I guess, every day, which is very important because the off-season program is your most important part of building your program. So we started January the 2nd, 4 days a week. We got to get the University of Kentucky involved. They sent some guys, some assistant strength coaches down to help us out. And we've had a lot of buy-in, so even though we graduated a lot of talent and we've had some transfers, which I think is pretty standard, we've had anywhere between 50 to 70 kids all winter, which is great. And right now we have 75 on the roster, which I think we're usually in the top 3 in enrollment in the state. So that's not where we want to be or where we will be in a couple of years. But I'll take 75 right now because they've made it through this entire off-season of our weight and strength program. So basically, the biggest thing was just being able to be here, be in the weight room with them, sweat with them, work out with them when I can, and get them to realize just how important the off-season program is and how much that contributes to your win-loss record in the fall.
What kind of have you noticed any kind of identity with the team sort of emerging so far? I know it's been tough on coaches, the transition, but tough on the kids too. What have you seen out of them so far?
So far, and we talk about it a lot, is we got a little bit of a chip on our shoulder because I think we feel like we've kind of preached to our kids about wanting to compete for Dunbar. And so when we have people that leave, when you have coaches that leave, we're learning to start taking that personal a little bit and say, hey, we're going to do things right here. So we've kind of rallied around each other and have kind of like an us against the world mentality where that's fine if you want to go and play somewhere else. That's your right, and if that's your priority, that's fine. But we're going to keep going and doing business and working hard and doing things the right way. And I think that our kids have really bought into that and have, as a result, having 75 every day has been, for me, it's been a blessing. And I think that we got some kids that are really going to surprise people.
You mentioned in particular, you guys have a new starting quarterback this year, junior Tanner Cox. You said you're pretty excited about him.
Yes.
Just mention what he brings to the table, if you could.
He's got a lot of great qualities that fit in kind of what we're trying to do. Tanner's a kid that is a yes sir, no sir guy. He gets here early and he stays late, does a lot of extra reps, never complains about anything, is eager to learn and get better every day. And his offense has seen that. And as a result, they are eager to do the same thing. If their quarterback is doing extra work, I think that is a great way to lead. Kind of leads through example. And as a result, the team voted him as a team leader last week, or actually I guess it was yesterday, which is great. Because he hasn't been around but maybe 2 weeks. So I think that speaks a lot about already how much he's been able to impact the team in such a short time with his character and his work ethic. Because our biggest 2 things that we focus on here is our attitude and effort, and he passes those 2 things with flying colors. So as long as he continues to do that, he's going to grow. He's 6'2", 6'3". He's got a lot of arm talent, just a little bit of inexperience, and so he's going to be getting his experience, and it's kind of going to be us to put him in positions to be successful and build his confidence. And aside from that, I think he's going to surprise some people.
So at the end of the day, what does a successful league season for Dunbar look like this year?
I think it's important when you take over a program to kind of define success in a certain, that fits your team. And I feel like we want to be a team that has a winning season. It's something that hasn't happened around here very often. So that's the first thing we want to do, is have a winning season. And the second thing would be to host a home playoff game in the first round, which would put us finishing in the top 2 in our district. Both of those, I think, are reachable goals. And things that are, with our work ethic and our attitude and our effort, hopefully something that will push our kids to meet those goals.